Let's go to page 272. Start with number 1. We have square root of 50 plus square root of 18. Now, in order to add, you need to have the same radicand. So go off to the side and simplify each part first. So 50 divided by 2, you get 25. Divided by 5, you get 5. Divided by 5, you get 1. So this one, this two radicand will make an integer 5, and this is the leftover. Okay, so this will give you 5 square root of 2. Now for the 18, divide by 2, you get 9. Divide by 3, you get 3. Divide by 3, you get 1. So from here, these two radicands will make an integer 3, and this is the leftover. Okay. So simplify each, go off to the side, simplify each part first. And you want to go off to the side so you don't clutter up your major steps, so you don't lose track of what you're doing. Okay, so now you have 5 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2. This will equal to 8 square root of 2. Right? Again, think of this as a variable. If you have like a 5x plus 3x equal to 8x. Okay. Okay, number 3. You have 3 square root of 12 minus square root of 48. Okay. So you can go to the side. So 12 divided by 2, you get 6. Divided by 2, you get 3. Divided by 3, you get 1. So this part, so make sure you follow through. So 3 equal to 3. And this part, you're going to get 2 square root of 3. Okay, use a lot of parentheses. Now 48 divided by 2, you get 24. Divided by 2, you get 12. Divided by 2, you get 6. Divided by 2, you get 3. Divided by 3, you get 1. Okay, so this will give you a 2. This will give you another 2. And this will be the leftovers, will be square root of 3. Okay? Okay. So now go and simplify each part. So this will be 6 square root of 3 minus 4 square root of 3. And so this will equal to 2 square root of 3. Again, treat this as like a variable. So you got 6x minus 4x will give you 2x. Okay. Okay. So 5 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 5. So this has two different radicands, and there's nothing else you can do. So since they are different radicands, you cannot do anything with it. So this is not possible. So nothing can be done about it. Okay. So you cannot do anything to it. Number 7, you got square root of 6. Plus square root of 36 plus square root of 216. Okay, so that's one simplify each part. So this one, there's nothing you can do. This one, you're going to get 6, right? Square root of 36 is 6 because it's a perfect square. Now, if you don't see that, then just go to the side. Divide by 2, you get 18. Divide by 2, you get 9. Divide by 3, you get 3. Divide by 3, you get 1. So this will give you a 2, this will give you a 3, right? 2 times 3 give you 6. Okay, so 216, again, to simplify that, divide by 2, you get 108. Divide by 2, you get 54. Divide by 2, you get 27. Divide by 3, you get 9. Divide by 3, you get 3. Divide by 3, you get 1. Okay, so this will give you a 2. This will give you a 3. And this is the leftover, so it will be square root of 6. Right? 2 times 3 give you 6. Okay, so simplify a little bit, tidy it up a little bit. So this will give you 6 square root of 6. Okay, so now these two have the same radicand. So you can add these two together. So it would be 7 square root of 6 plus 6. And normally, the one with a square root, you want to write in the front. It looks nicer. Okay. So that's for number 7. Okay, number 9. You have square root of 50 plus square root of 63 minus square root of 32. Okay, so let's go off to the side. Go and simplify each one. So divide by 2, you get 25. Divide by 5, you get 5. Divide by 5, you get 1. So 2 radicands make an integer, so 5 square root of 2, right? These 2 radicand make an integer, and this is leftover. Okay, now let's do the 63. So this one you cannot divide by 2. So divide by 3, you get 21. Divide by 3, you get 7. Divide by 7, you get 1. So this will give you 3 square root of 7. Okay, now let's go and do the 32. Divide by 2, you get 16. Divide by 2, you get 8. Divide by 2, you get 4. Divide by 2, you get 2. Divide by 2, you get 1. Okay, so this will give you a 2. This will give you another 2. And this is the leftover, should be square root of 2. Okay, so multiply these things out. So you got 5 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 7 minus 4 square root of 2. Okay, so now you can add these two together. So this would give you square root of 2. I think about 5x minus 4x give you 1x. So you're going to get one of these. But you don't write coefficient 1. Okay. And so that's it. Okay, number 11. You have cube root of 54 plus cube root of 40 plus cube root of 16. So you're going to do the same thing, but you have to pay attention to the index 3. Okay? So 54 divided by 2, you get 27. Divided by 3, you get 9. Divided by 3, you get 3. Divided by 3, you get 1. Now index is 3, means you need to get 3 radicand to make an integer. So this becomes 3 cube root of 2. Right? 3, again, index 3 means you need to get 3 radicands to make an integer, and the leftover stay inside. Now make sure you keep your index. Okay, let's do the 40. So divide by 2, you get 20. Divide by 2, you get 10. Divide by 2, you get 5. Divide by 5, you get 1. So this will give you the integer 2. So it'll be 2 cube root of 5. Okay. Now let's do the 16. Divide by 2, you get 8. Divide by 2, you get 4. Divide by 2, you get 2. Divide by 2, you get 1. So again, index is 3, so you need to get 3 radicand to make an integer. And the leftover is 2. Okay, so now this is square root of 2, cube root of 2, cube root of 2. So you can combine these two together. So this gives you 5 cube root of 2. And this one you cannot combine, so it'd be 2 cube root of 5. Okay. And that's it. Okay, I'm going to write this a little bit better. Okay, number 13. So this one is fraction. So as a fraction, instead of copying exactly the same, I'm going to just separate the top from the bottom. Okay. And so I'm going to simplify this a little bit. So 27 divided by 3, you get 9. Divided by 3, you get 3. Divided by 3, you get 1. So this will give you 3 square root of 3. Okay. So it will give you 3 square root of 3 over square root of 5 minus square root of 3 over square root of 5. Okay. And now, so we can simplify first, or you can combine. Since you have the common denominator already, probably easy just go and combine first before you get rid of that. Okay. So again, you can go and get rid of the square root on the bottom first, or you can subtract first. Okay. So since they are common denominator already, I'm going to go and subtract. So 3x minus 1x will give you 2x, right? I can think of that way, so you get 2 square root of 3. Okay? So again, 3 square root of 3. So 3 of these minus 1 of that, you get 2 of them. Okay? So now I'm going to get rid of the square root on the bottom. So I have 1 radicand, so I need to multiply by 1 more. Okay? So I need to do the same on the top. So 2 radicand make an integer 5. And on the top, you're going to get 2 square root of, so radicand times radicand is 15, right? So you only can multiply integer with integer, radicand with a radicand. And so this is the answer. Okay. So again, you can do this over here first before you subtract, or you can subtract and get rid of the square root on the bottom after that. Okay, so you can do it either way. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you have square root of 2 over square root of 3 plus square root of 3 over square root of 2. Okay, so now you cannot add this together because they have different denominator. So first, let's go ahead and get rid of the square root on the bottom. Okay, so to get rid of that, I need to multiply by one more. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 3, square root of 3. Right? You have to do same on the top and the bottom. So this one, the two radicand will make an integer, and the top will give me square root of 6. And this one I need to multiply by square root of 2. Right? Again, I need two radicand to make an integer, so I need to have one more. Okay? And so this becomes 2, and this becomes square root of 6. Okay? So now I need to get common denominator. So LCD is equal to 6. So I need to get my LCD on the bottom. So the next is I need to figure how I'm going to get from here to here. So from 3 to 6, I need to multiply by 2. Okay? So 3 times 2 give me 6. So this times that will give me 2 square root of 6. This one over here, I need to multiply by 3. Right? I need to multiply by 3 to get 6. So when I multiply, I get 3 square root of 6. So now I can add. Now I have a common denominator I can add. Okay? So when I add these, I get 5 square root of 6. Okay? And remember, do not cancel out the 6 because this is the integer 6. This is a radicand 6. So there are different type of numbers, so you cannot cancel. Okay? So again, this is radicand, this is the integer, so do not cancel these. Okay, number 17. I have cube root of 4 plus cube root of 1 over cube root of 2. Okay? Okay, so first I'm going to get rid of these. So I need to multiply by cube root of 2 and a 2, right? Because the index is 3, so I need to get 3 radicand, and I only have 1, so I need to get 2 more. So I'm going to multiply by cube root of 2 and a 2. So this becomes cube root of 4 plus, okay, so this one, again, 3 radicands make an integer. And on the top, I get cube root of 4. Okay. So now I need to add this. Now notice I have the same radicand, so I can add. But before I can add, I need to get common denominator. Right? Whenever you have a fraction, you need to get common denominator. So I'm going to put it over 1. So LCD is equal to 2. So I need to get my LCD ready. So from here to here, I need to multiply by 2. Right? So I get 2 cube root of 4. This one I don't have to do anything because it's already 2. So I get cube root of 4. So now I can add this together. Right? Again, when you add fraction, you leave the denominator alone. So I got 2 of cube root plus 1 of the cube root. I get 3 cube roots. Okay. Okay, number 19, this is a multiplication. So you got square root of 2 times square root of 8 plus square root of 10. Okay, so you can distribute. So when you distribute, this will become square root of 2 times square root of 8. Distribute plus square root of 2, square root of 10. Okay. Now, instead of multiplying to big numbers, so what you want to do, you want to break it down into smaller bits and pieces. So this can become square root of 2. This can break down into square root of 4 and square root of 2. Right? Again, try to take out the perfect squares. This one, you can break into the 10, you can break into 2 and 5. Right? And that way you can gather your terms, okay? Gather your factors, I mean. So this and this will give you a 2, and this will give you a 2. This one and this one give you a 2, okay? And so answer will be equal to 4 plus 2 square root of 5. Okay. So you can first distribute and then break into pieces, so you can into small parts, so you can collect your factors into integers. Now the long way to do it is you just go ahead and, you can do it this way too. You're just going to distribute, so you become square root of 16 plus square root of 20. And then you have to go off to the side Okay, you have to do all these things over here. Okay, so you can do all that. You're going to get the same answer. Okay, so you can do it either way. Okay. Okay, number 21, square root of 15 times square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 5. Again, distribute, so I get square root of 15 times square root of 3 plus distribute, I get 2. Okay, let's go and keep it this way. So I get square root of 15 times 2 square root of 5. Right? So again, just distribute. Then I'm going to break it down to small parts. So 15 becomes square root of 3 square root of 5. Okay, and this is 3. Okay, again, 15 I'm going to break into square root of 3 square root of 5. Normally you want to take out a perfect square, but there's no perfect square from here. Okay. Now I'm going to gather my radicands. So this one and this one I get 3. Right? 2 radicands make an integer. This one and this one give me a 5. Okay, so this will give me an integer 5 times 2 will give me 10. Okay. So again, this will give me 10 square root of 3. And after that, these are different radicands, so you cannot do anything after that. You have 2 square root of 3 times square root of 48 minus 5 square root of 12. Okay, so you can distribute first. So you got 2 square root of 3 square root of 48. Distribute minus 2 square root of 3, 5 square root of 12. Okay, so you can go and distribute first. Then I'm going to break down into parts. This one I can, so 48. If you have a hard time, what you do is go off to the side. That's going to simplify this. So you got 2. So you got 24, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, 1. So this one come out. So 2 and 2 is 4. So it'd be 4 square root of 3. Okay. So you can simplify a little bit so it become more obvious. So you got 2 square root of 3, 5. Now 12. I can break into 4 and 3. Okay. And you always want to take out the perfect square. You don't want to do 2 and 6 because you're going to get stuck. Okay. Always take out the perfect squares. Okay, so now I'm going to gather this together. So this, always do the radicands first. Okay, so this will give me a 3. So it becomes 2 times 3 times 4. Okay, so 2, this 3, and this is 4. Okay, this one over here I get 2, 5. Okay, so this one, and this will give me a 2. And this 2 will give me a 3, right? So kind of do the check mark so it helps you to keep track. Okay, so now you can go and multiply everything together. Okay, so it'll be 24 minus, this is 10 times 6 will give you 60. And so this will give you negative 36. You have square root of 6 minus square root of 24 over square root of 2. Now, when you have this kind of situation, it's better to go ahead and undo your common denominator. So go and separate it out. So do the reverse of the common denominator. And that way you can simplify each one. So these are radicands, so you can divide by 2, radicand 2 should be 1, 3. So this becomes square root of 3. This one again you can divide, so it becomes 12. And you can go off to the side, so this becomes square root of 12. So divide by 2, get 6, divide by 2, get 3, divide by 3, get 1. So this becomes 2 square root of 3. Okay. So now you got 1 of this minus 2 of that, so you can end up with negative 1 of it. Okay, so negative square root of 3. Think of it as 1. So 1 minus 2 give you negative 1. Okay, so you can look at the coefficient that way. Okay, number 27. Okay, you got 4 square root of 300 minus square root of 108 over square root of 12. Again, when you have this kind of situation, best thing to do is go and separate, go and undo your common denominator. Okay. Okay, so both are even. Well, you can divide by 2, so it becomes 6, become 150. And you can divide by 2 again, so you get 3. Divide by 2, you get 75. Okay, divide by 3, you get 25. And notice I keep this inside the square root to remind me that this is a radicand. This is not an integer. Okay, so everything get cancelled also on the top. You get 4. And square root of 25 is 5. Okay. Over here, you do the same thing. Okay, it's even, so divide by 2, you get 6. Divide by 2, you get 54. And this one, this is a multiple of that. So divide by 6, you get 9. Right? 6 times 9 gives you 54. So square root of 9 is equal to 3. And so this is equal to 20 minus 3, so equal to 17. Okay. So again, first separate, cancel as much as you can, and then you simplify after that. Okay, number 29. And for this one, I'm going to separate the top and the bottom. So I got square root of 2 over square root of 3 times square root of 27 over square root of 2 minus 3 over square root of 2. Okay, so I have multiplication, so I'm going to distribute. So I get square root of 2 over square root of 3 times square root of 27 over square root of 2. Then I'm going to multiply, so it'll be minus square root of 2 over square root of 3 times 3 over square root of 2. Right? So again, multiply, I get that. Multiply, I get that. So again, distribute first. Then notice I can cancel things out. Okay, this and this can cancel out. And 3 and 27 I can cancel, becomes 9. So square root of 9 is equal to 3. So again, everything all come out nice and easy. Okay, this one can cancel. So I get 3 over square root of 3. Okay, so now to simplify this. To simplify this, I need to multiply by another radicand. So if I multiply this, I need this on the top. Okay. And so I get 3 minus, so this becomes 3 square root of 3 on the top. On the bottom, 2 radicand make an integer. And notice 3 and 3 cancel out because these are integer, right? Integer cancel with integer. Do not cancel this out, okay? Because this is a radicand, so don't cancel these two. You can cancel with this one here. So you get 3 minus square root of 3.